Hey guys, welcome to Gameless Plus. My name is Josh. Today we are talking about the 10 Starfield elements that could ruin your life. Starting with number 10, combat. The combat system in Starfield is completely overhauled with more dynamic and fluid gameplay. You can mod your weapons to work for your playstyle from a huge variety of options. Using boost packs in battle can make you feel like you're flying as you take out enemies. In the game, players will fight in a variety of environments, including zero gravity, which makes the type of weapon you use matter in a whole new way. So firing a ballistic weapon can shoot you backwards, while energy weapons don't have that same kick to send you flying in the opposite direction. Weapons vary from pistols and submachine guns to massive weapons like grenade launchers and miniguns. I personally like stealth when I play as opposed to the full run and gun type of gameplay, so I will definitely be modding out my sniper rifle and sneaking around to take out enemies from a distance. At number 9, character building. As you start creating your character in Starfield, you can use a preset and customize your character quickly, or get into the deep specific details like body shape, walking style, skin tone, head shape, facial morph combinations, hair color and style, facial hair, eye makeup and color, piercings, makeup, scars, teeth, and on and on and on. Additionally, you can build your character with a backstory, using backgrounds. You decide who you want to be from a variety of options like Beast Hunter, Bounty Hunter, Cyber Runner, Gangster, Diplomat, Professor, Ronin, or even a chef, among other options. Each background has a set of starting skills that will help you start your life in the galaxy headed in the direction that works for you. In addition, you can pick up to 3 optional traits which all have their own positives and negatives. These include things like alien DNA, empath, extrovert, introvert, settler, enlightened, taskmaster, and on and on. These traits promise to help you out in various ways as you play through the game. Number 8, the skill system. Starfield has a diverse new skill system. At each level up, you get a skill point that can be used to unlock or rank up a skill. Ranking up skills requires completing challenges associated with each skill. Like previous games from Bethesda, you can focus more heavily on a specific skill set that aligns with your playstyle. The 5 skill trees are physical, social, combat, science, and tech. Each one has 4 ranks, giving a lot of flexibility in driving your character in the direction that will make your experience personal. You can be physically driven, sneaky, communicative, weapons-based, or different combinations of those, like I plan to do on my first playthrough. At number 7, spaceflight. One of the aims of the creators is to make spaceflight exciting and dangerous. Ship combat isn't just hitting the button over and over again while you aim at the bad guy. You have to use different control systems to switch between weapons and shields. There's a lot more to it than basic space shooters. You're able to target specific portions of enemy ships if you unlock the right skills beforehand. While attacking, you'll have to decide between a couple of options. You can obliterate the ship and just collect the scraps and continue on, or you can dock with the ship, board it, and take over. Then the ship is yours to keep and do with as you please. Number 6, compelling narrative. Your adventure begins with the group Constellation in the city of New Atlantis. Not a lot has been revealed about the storyline itself, but we see that there are some artifacts that must be found from an intelligence outside the settled systems that you have a personal connection to somehow. As the game progresses, there are different factions that you'll be able to join, much like in the game Fallout 4. More likely than not though, joining one will lock you out of quest lines from the other factions as you play, but that just adds to the replayability of the game. There are also a variety of cultures in the game, including the civilized communities like the United Colonies, which is the most traditional and Earth-like. Then we have the Freestar Collective, which is definitely more of like an old Western country vibe. Then there's Neon, a more cyberpunk vibe, where crime seems to be the more common behavior. Apart from those, there are hostile factions in the galaxy, including baddies that reside in places like the Red Mile and in the Key that houses the Crimson Fleet. Next up at number 5, crew building. In Starfield, you will have the option to recruit specific NPCs as companions or even romance them. You can hire new crew at the spaceports or meet them out in the galaxy. The crew members each have their own skills that can be best utilized in the positions you assign them to on your ship or on one of your outposts. Apparently the game has a special dialogue minigame of persuasion that is more complex than the one that was used in Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, which makes sense. It seems like the relationship elements in this game are well fleshed out and should make the game a lot more immersive than most games. Arguably the most important crew member in the game is Vasco, your in-game robot companion. He is clearly there for regular assistance and comic relief, and will definitely be a largely shared experience between players who will be undergoing the game in a variety of different ways. At number 4, ships and outpost design. An element of Starfield, almost like a character of its own, is your in-game ship. You can buy, customize, and upgrade it, hire a crew, and live on your ship as you explore the galaxy. There's a more general quick upgrade system and a much deeper ship builder mode, where you can make your ship look and operate in exactly the way you need for your playstyle. You can modify the look and feel of the interior of your ship as well, giving you control and creativity on a level never before seen in a space exploration game. Another detailed element of this game that is bound to suck up your time is outpost building. You can build an outpost almost anywhere. These outposts can be built and set up in any configuration you like. You can assign crew members for research and use it for crafting and to collect resources while you're away. Much like the ships in the game, you can build, customize, and even live on an outpost if you so desire. These customizable elements of the game promise a level of replayability that seems endless. We're going to be seeing some crazy in-depth and artistic designs from this game for years to come, guaranteed. Number 3, Procedural Generation. Starfield has over 1,000 planets to explore. Yes, over 1,000. It's got full star systems with their own planets with a variety of atmospheres and environments. From docking with a massive star yard or battleship to exploring the seemingly endless planets, it's a mix of human-created and procedurally generated locations. So what is procedural generation, you ask? It's a technique used to create content using algorithms. It saves a lot of time for the game creators and makes the game a lot more varied and unpredictable for us, the players. This element is one of the technologies that wasn't possible in the past and is a great example of how computing power doesn't always involve the graphics themselves in games. As you approach a planet, you can scan it for resources that you can use for crafting, building, and customizing, then decide if it's worth your time. Friends who visit the same planet as you do in their own game will have a different experience than you did because of the mix of computer-generated and human-generated elements from planet to planet. Nobody has the time to explore everything, but that's what makes this game beyond open world and makes it the first truly open galaxy single-player RPG. The way you can get lost and just discover your own story is one of the ways Bethesda games can truly capture your imagination and send you on your own journey. At number 2, Completionism. If you are a completionist, Starfield probably will destroy your life. I think you should probably avoid this game at all costs. Completionists are motivated by the sense of accomplishment and the desire to see everything a game has to offer. It can be a rewarding experience, but it can also be time-consuming and demanding. Some games are designed to be completionist-friendly, with clear objectives and rewards for completing everything. Others are more challenging and frustrating with very difficult elements to complete. A game like this, after all the many years of development, promises to have a scale of time consumption unlike the gaming world has yet to see in a single-player game. With over 1,000 explorable planets and the procedural generation factor, I doubt anyone has the time to beat this game with 100% completion. And the number one element that could ruin your life? Escapism. This is one of those games that promises escapism in a way that hasn't been seen in an RPG in a long time. Starfield has a rich and immersive world with a downright massive variety of environments and characters, giving the feeling of escape from the settings of regular life. It gives a sense of agency to the player to control their own destiny and to make a difference in the game world in a way they might not be able to in their own real life. This kind of gaming can be addictive because of the psychological rewards when you get payouts from the hard work you put in. Pleasure hormones are released in your brain in surges, much like you get from drugs and alcohol. Moderation is key. Video game addiction is real, people. Be careful out there. Well, there you have it, 10 Starfield elements that could ruin your life. I'm personally very excited about this game. That feeling when you just go off into the unknown and a story unfolds as you progress based on your decisions and curiosity, it's unparalleled in other types of games. Starfield is coming exclusively to Xbox and PC on September 26th, 2023. Okay, now I want to hear what you think. Will people really be able to 100% this game? Is it worth the time? What part of this game are you the most excited about? Let's talk about it in the comments below. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time on Gameless Plus.